We are building reactor, security, upper, lower engine and electrical in today's video. This is it. This is part 4. So many of you have been waiting for this part to finish the scalp map from Among Us. This is the Claim crewmate and you can totally trust him because of the head. We have security, reactor, then we have lower engine, and we will also create, and this is my favorite spot, electrical. Okay, before we start with the clay details, we begin with cardboard. And this is the label paper I've been using for many videos now. I printed out a slightly changed version of some screenshots which I did in the game. I removed all the interior and some details because we want to create them with clay afterwards, and yeah, it gives my life a sense and purpose. The map was too big, it didn't fit onto the cardboard piece, so I had to stick another cardboard piece underneath. Thank you, map designer. It's just too big. Okay, no, this was my fault because I decided to go for this scale. Now, careful with the scalpel. Okay, well, the basic idea is I cut out this layout of the map of these 4 different rooms which are missing. Then we will attach and glue some walls onto these different rooms. And then, well, all we have to do is create the different clay parts. In the last videos, well, at first I complained about the map designer, then I complained about Danny and his milk jokes, and he even finally responded, and now we're enemies and we can make milk jokes or hot glue gun jokes or any jokes. Yeah, Danny. But I think he's quite busy right now, so there are no news about the milk war, and I still didn't get any kind of response from the map designers. This means I can still complain about it, but yeah, deep inside I really appreciate what they have done with this map and also the other 2 maps. Maybe if I'm too crazy enough, if I'm not too crazy enough, we can continue this series and also create one of the other maps. Yeah, but should I? Well, I still think about it and consider it. I want to share some stuff you guys have posted on Reddit. This one was posted by Christian, made this guy from all my leftover clay. This is genius. I really love to use your leftover clay and use it for new projects as well. These are all the printouts for the walls. I printed them out twice, also for the backside. Oh, they look amazing, also with a stand. This will be the room of the lower engine, and when we go to the right side we have electrical, my favorite room of today's map, because it is somehow very narrow and... oh no. Oops. I made an oopsie. I printed the walls to the ground, to the floor, and now the room is a little too big. Not my fault, by the way. Totally the map designer's fault. No, please continue this. I now want to work on the connection parts to the upper engine, for example, but also to storage. Yeah, it's called storage. Look at that! Now we can happily walk from one part to another, and it's time! We'll have a look at the gameplay to work on the clay parts, on all the different details. And we start with security, but before... Just a quick announcement, we now have the crewmate sets in our online store on clayclaim.com. They were created for beginners in mind, so if you're new to sculpting, go check out. These sets are for you. You can either get them just with the clay or together with these pens. I used it for the painting on the visor. Go check it out, clayclaim.com. We only have prepared a few of these crewmate sets, 3 different ones. Get the one with the devil. 2 additional things about this. First, there are video tutorials about these characters. I can also put them onto the channel, but they are included and also in the longer version without fancy and fast cutting, so that every beginner can follow these videos from the crewmates. And second, we are still struggling to get these pens and also the colors of clay just before Christmas, so we only have prepared like a 40 of each of these sets. If you are happy enough to get one of these, great. If not, maybe they will return next year. This is my favorite detail in this room in security, the tiny video cassettes, and this is true yellow together mixed with blue, and we get this beautiful green. This true yellow is amazing. I realized that I throw in a lot of this true yellow to make colors brighter, to make them warmer, or just to mix a dirty green, for example. This is the server. It's also like the server room. I felt remembered to the Rainbow Six Siege map I made, Bank, with the huge servers. I decided to add some color, but after oven hardening we can also paint some beautiful tiny lights onto this server. Well, when we speak about light, this won't be the last part of the scaled map, because there is also the spaceship around. So we have the outside part as well, plus some lightning. Yeah, I wanted to include some further lightning on the reactor, for example, and maybe also the engine. I have a great idea for this. So there will be a part 5. And we're ready to go into the oven. Meanwhile, let's check out reactor. Yeah, I can already imagine the reactor glowing up, but it makes sense. Oh, look at that, it looks so beautiful. Well, unfortunately we can't use it. I wanted to include a chain of light, and this makes sense when all the different parts are connected. Yeah, this is the brutal truth. The reactor is made out of cardboard and clay, so I would not put too much trust into this reactor. Looks like a tiny drum, sounds like a tiny drum. This is the console of the reactor with some buttons on it. And we take some silver. Emo effect it is. Maybe you have already noticed that I am using new tools in my videos. I've been actually secretly working on my very own tools for over a year right now, because the other ones kept falling apart. And for me this was sad, but when we started selling these in our online store, selling these to you, it was also very frustrating. We started working on our own tools. Here you can see the sculpting tool. When you are a subscriber to our newsletter, you know that we are working hard to get them into the online store at the end of November, and I'm so excited, so excited to finally show them to you, probably in one of the next videos. And for me personally, this is a big achievement because I wanted to put my experience in crafting into this tool as well. I have struggled too much with bad tools, and yeah, I want to offer you these professional tools, and hopefully you will like them. Now back to this creation, to creating the console for the reactor with all the different buttons, and be careful to not press accidentally the wrong button. We take some further silver for my favorite detail in this room. It's the hand scanner. Carefully putting in the blue clay and also the tiny display. And then we have some further tiny tubes on the ground, also with some lightning attached to them. And yeah, I don't think I will make them glow finally, but it would be a nice idea. I noticed that the space where the reactor is standing on the floor, it's lowered. But maybe it's just me and I realized that. We have a stair. And this can be made, perfectly be made with a hot glue gun to hold the cardboard pieces in position. Maybe we can also make sure to fix it on the back side with some further hot glue gun. This is a beautiful pipe. Right in the hallway, and also the security cam, and now we can work. Oops, there's a detail missing on the floor. We will work on lower engine, and this may sound stupid, but while creating I forgot how to actually make the lower engine. I already did it. I created the upper engine. So I did what everyone would do. I watched my own tutorial while creating. First time I ever did that. Yeah, but let's start with the toilet paper roll first. Perfect size. Now, how much clay do I have to take for mixing the color of the engine? We take a toilet paper roll. It is the perfect shape. It is in the perfect shape for the upper engine, and probably also for the lower engine, which we will create in part 4. We take copper and some bright pink. This guy is talking so much in the videos. Oh no! we now make a very thin layer. What about if I create another engine and I watch this video while I watch a video how to create the engine? Okay, maybe it's just me and I think it's hilarious. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It already looks quite beautiful. We have this door inside where electricity is coming out. Later we'll do this with a wire. Of today's creation, and also the war declaration against Danny. Oh yeah, Danny. We will cut it open because I just said the exact same thing. Maybe I'm too predictable in what I am saying. I will stop this right now and I will talk about Super Mario. Yeah, I talk about Super Mario and this Among Us. Okay, no, I really want to talk about Super Mario because one of my all-time favorite games is Super Mario 64 for my N64. And I have this idea in mind that I want to do a stop motion project, maybe next year, recreating the first minute of the game when you arrive at the... Oh, not again this guy. I keep the mind. Yeah, we are doing some industrial whatever this means. So, back to the stop motion idea. Super Mario 64, you arrive at Princess Peach's place and you start with the first level and you maybe also finish the first star if you're playing quite quickly. And all done with clay, cardboard and stop motion. That would be amazing. Yeah, so we put a piece of glass shield over my iPad. And we need some yellow again for these tubes on the ground and also for the railing, which is even thinner, or maybe even thinner. This is one of the most difficult parts of this creation, to glue the railing. Thanks so much for being that active in the Reddit community. And now, lower engine is done. Let's go into electrical. Oh yeah. It looks so empty right now after doing the retouching. We will also use the hot glue gun to fix the cardboard in position. And we can put it aside. Back to the clay part, we have all these cupboards filled with electrical stuff. Try to get the color as accurate as possible. It's silver in a way, but also some bright blue and green included. And now we have some beautiful details. This is the part where all the cables are coming out. It looks like a living creature. And the organs and blood is coming out. It's quite vivid. This is also one of the new tools. Yeah, we have the yellow rectangle, and now to the last shelves and the back side. 3 on the left and also 1 gray one in the corner. But let's do these first, with the tube on the top. And this is the gray clay piece we'll need for the one in the corner. Oh, this is so cool. Big shout out to Ben Creates. I enjoy his art a lot and I feel really honored. Freshly baked! Different parts we're gluing into our map. We start with security first. We have this desk, for example, this wooden desk, and all the different shelves and chairs. Yeah, as I already mentioned, I wanted to paint in some further lights. I take the super glue and we will place all the furnitures. This is the keyboard together with the mouse and these weird 3 screens. I really love how the screens turned out with the clay, with this dirty clay as a screen. And this will be the spot for the chair. Oops, it's crooked. So be careful while sitting. Maybe I don't screw up on this chair. And we have this pen and also the tapes. The VHS, are they called VHS? I think so. The papers on the table. Let's take a pen and add some notes to these. The folder on top, also a beautiful detail. Okay, this is just fantasy, blah 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 blah. And then we have the Wi-Fi signal for the wall. Another shelf, and now to the left side to reactor. But we start with this tube right in the middle, which is going around the corner. This is why I am removing some of the clay. But after oven hardening, this is quite hard, and you have to use a sharp knife for this. After we added the security cam, I can now also attach the finger, the hand scanner. Oh yeah, this is turning out quite well. I was hoping for this blue shiny effect. Okay, beautiful. Maybe we can also add some shiny details with the white pen. Oh boy, this would also look amazing if I would put a chain of lights inside. But I still have to do some stuff in the final video of this series. Yeah, I must admit, now that I have made one project over several videos, that I really enjoyed this. I mean, it's still important for me to do different creations in between, because just doing the maps would be kind of boring. But mixing it up, yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. We are gluing this piece of grey cardboard underneath, so that our lower engine has a place to sit on. Maybe we can also make it a little bit darker inside. I would have taken a darker piece of cardboard, but I just had only this bright grey. Yeah, we have these lines. And also some shiny details. Yeah, the neighbor is practicing his drums. You can hear him from time to time. And then we have some further buttons. And we can glue the lower engine into lower engine. We have some cables behind the engine. I should have done this on upper engine as well. While working on the lightning from the Emperor, I needed to show you this. It's amazing from clay modeling 101. And this is the lightning from the Emperor when it gets painted with white and also a little bit of blue. We take some steamy wool let's glue this onto the engine. And it's every time a mess because it's so sticky with the glue and the wool on my fingers. And this is the railing. Quite difficult to glue it together. Well, with the super glue it works. That was satisfying. These are the last pieces in this room, the tubes on the ground, and now electrical. Woohoo! Yeah, we need to do some painting on these shelves, cupboards. We have the electrical sign and also these characteristic black outlines for Among Us. Oh, I love it. I already love it. Some further red, beautiful lights. Oh no! It's bleeding! I predicted this earlier. Oh no! 4 tiny screws. It's a nice collection. And now we can place it in position into electrical. Also with all the wires. Be careful that you don't stumble over these. It's been a gigantic joy to create this part 4 map. It's coming to an end. There will be a part 5 for the spaceship itself. And guys, I guess that's it! Part 4 of the Scout map with security reactor, lower engine.